touring the side coming down the tunnel. Sponsored by Pepsi-Cola. And competing for the riches provided by Coca-Cola. Good side, isn't it? Ridge, Elsgood, the Rookie of the Year, Kosef Hill, Hopewati, Lyons, Cunningham, Big Danny Moore, Oljanek, and Daniel Gartner. Sharks. There's the trump card. Eddinghausen surrounded by some new names. Danny Lee doesn't fit under that category. Neither does Mitch Healy, Robbie Kearns. Cronulla, Sutherland and Manly, of course. Their fondest memories would go back to the years of 78 and 73. They had to play twice in 78 to work out who was in fact going to do the lap of honour. No lap of honour here. Cronulla kicks off. Manly coming from the right to the left. Predominantly the white strip. Oh, Terry Hill! An ominous run as he brings that ball back to them. He's not had enough. He wants some more. Now the Eagles. They push it. Out through Ridge. And now Cliffy Lyons. Jack Elsgood has got pace. Back through the traffic. Keeps it alive. Terry Hill's in the action again. Kosef wears number 3. He plays it. Matthew Ridge. Man playing the ball, expected to stay alive. That was Kosef. That's not a knock-on from Terry Hill. I think it came off the knees. Doesn't matter. The advantage applies anyway.
Kosef making a good comeback. His first game back, well, it's the first game of the year, but he suffered a bad knee injury last year, which required a total reconstruction. It's good to see him running so freely so early in the season.
Just talking about the Manly players. Fatty, the number 10, Daniel Gartner. What's the breeding there?
Oh, he's a good young kid, Daniel Gartner.
Any relation to Russell, I guess?
Yeah, he's a cousin.
I thought Fatty was going to say he's by Bletchingley or something.
Just about.
You reckon he's related to Russell, the former great Eagle?
He's a cousin. Actually, Russell Gartner has actually got a position down at the Eagles now as their sprint coach.
Here's Eddinghausen. Paul Donaghy. Tell me about him, Fatty. You know his breeding.
Yes, he's a Brisbane player that has come down with John Lang, played with the Brisbane South Club and has represented in some local Brisbane sides up there and got plenty of pace as a centre.
Barnett had his legs cut from under him right on the halfway mark. Mitch Healy drops it onto the shoe. Nice bounce comes up for Cronulla's fullback, or should I say their number 1, Barnett. Taken into touch, it'll be a turnover. The number 1 referee, or the number 2 referee from last year in charge of this one, Billy Harrigan. What's happening down there, Gary?
Yeah, Paul Donaghy's first touch of the ball in Sydney footy, and he's got himself a nasty cut over his eye. He's off the field getting treatment.
Welcome to Sydney, Paul. Jack Elsgood, he pushed away from a would-be defender. Oh, great tackle! Mitch Healy! That was beaut stuff!
Well, that's a bonza tackle there by Healy. Everyone in this stadium would have thought that Elsgood might have strode away there, but Healy didn't give up. Despairing diver and brought him down. Great. I think he's Cronulla's player of the year last year, Mitch Healy. Had a great season.
Great tackle there. Kept his head down. Copybook tackle for any of the young players watching at home. Got the head in the right position, but kept it down. The only missed tackles, it means you've lifted your head. As Eddinghausen takes it over halfway. Beats a couple of defenders still before the basketball pass. Good work here from Cronulla. Mitch Healy away. Back inside. Andrew Hick, has he got the speed? No! Oh, thank you.
Well done, Strello.
Oh, thanks very much. I'm exhausted.
Manly off their own line now. Terry Hill, they say he had an outstanding game. Was that in New Zealand the other night? Scored a heap of points. Daniel Gartner. Father played, not his father, his cousin played in the centres for Manly for a long period of time, and on the wing. We're told that he's a cousin of Russell from Fatty, so I hope we're right. Now, Cunningham. Players went left, right and centre behind him. They went over like 10 pins. The big number 5 is John Hopewadi. Only a youngster. This is their last. They're wide to the right, Manly. They're nearly got a score if they keep pushing. Lions away for Ridge. Here comes the try for young Jack. The rookie of the year gets it, Elsgood out wide.
And it had to happen. They were coming up with plenty of try-saving tackles, Cronulla, but they had a 27-man overlap over there then. Even though Cronulla, you see, they slide quite well in defence. There's Eddinghausen trying to commit the players inside him. Jack Elsgood, too much speed, got on the outside. It's been a long time in coming, but in the end executed very well.
Elsgood immediately coming from the field. I don't suspect there's anything wrong with him. It'd be just a normal routine thing, I suppose, with Manly. Or with many of the clubs, really. You score a try, get yourself over to the bench and suck the oxygen back in. 4-0 then in favour of the Eagles. $7.30 on Footy Tab if they can win it, if you've backed them. And $42.80 for Cronulla Sutherland. Paul Green trying to make an opening for Cronulla. And now Andrew Pearce plays it. Danny Lee works it inside. Robbie Kearns turns it over the top. Andrew Pearce was there to support. They're 10 metres away. Terry Hill hung on in the tackle. It may have stopped the try. It didn't do any damage, that's for sure, but a penalty's been given. He played an advantage there, Harrigan, then pinged Manly for being inside the 10. Kearns. A real toiler, Robbie Kearns. We haven't seen a lot of Cronulla. Harrigan.
He's knocked on Robbie Kearns. I think he's tried to play the ball forward, Ray, and it's come unstuck. If he did, that was only the second tackle, so pretty ordinary play there. You see he's trying to play. Great work from Terry Hill to have the presence of mind to stick his left leg out.
So the scrum to restart it. Manly's feed. Ridge with the hair closely cropped. And now Jamie Algenek, pretty much permanently in the centres for Manly during the 93 season. Gardner, Danny Moore, Gardner, Lions, a siren in the background, half-time, and Cliff takes it to ground with him. So at half-time, a pretty low-scoring game. 4-0, Manly leading Cronulla. Welcome back. Manly leading Cronulla 4-0. Coca-Cola World 7's. This is a Pool F match. Gold Coast and North Sydney are the other two in the same division as Manly and Cronulla. Sharks, they've got the job to do, although the gap is not large. Andrew Hicks sliding it inside. Robbie Kearns looks for support. It came too late from Mitch Healy. Scooped up off the ground there by Cunningham. Now John Hopewadi takes it back right to the centre of the ground.
I think it's a very big task for Cronulla here. They burn up a lot of juice in that first half. Came up with some great tackles, one-on-one to save tries, but they really covered a lot of ground. They might pay late in the game here. Manly, as you can see, throwing the ball around, a real danger side when you're getting tired.
Oh, gee, Cunningham took a shot that might have wrapped him across the right jaw. He's okay. Cliff Lyons promotes it across for John Hopewadi. The ball goes recklessly back, picked up by Lyons quickly. Kosef tries to fend. He succeeds. Lyons runs into traffic, finds Ridge. Ridge said, let's get out of here. Wide pass. Terry Hill. He puts on the speed, gets it inside the 20 and the 10, and the try line. Ah, good try.
Gee, that's a great try by Terry Hill. He had plenty of space to work in, but he's had plenty of work to do as well. Nice ball from Matthew Ridge. Saw that Hill was just about unmarked. Now Donaghy's out here. He chases. Eddingshausen comes over in a great cover defending tackle, but not good enough. Well done, Tezza.
They really tried to drive there into Eddinghausen, but Terry Hill, he's filled out since coming into grade. He's kept his head and got the ball down just inside the post.
8 points to 0. Conversion wide, so back to the centre we come now. Terry Hill. Souths to easts, east to wests, and let's hope that he's found exactly where he wants to be at Manly, because there's a tremendous amount of talent there, and Bozo Fulton's probably the man that's going to bring it out of him. He'll give him plenty of things and plenty of opportunity to do. I don't think he'll restrict him too much. Mitch Healy, they're trying to restrict him at the moment. Hopewadi wraps him up. He's only a youngster, John, but he's got enormous talent. Mitch Healy did well. Andrew Hickett is, I believe, out wide, who's put that corner post over. It'll come back.
A bit unlucky there, Cronulla, because that player who made the tackle, Hopewadi, was never onside, came from behind the Cronulla player, and so a little touch unlucky.
Three-man scrum, fed by Lyons. Algenek tries to make a bust from off his own 10-metre line. Kosef, very busy, Nick Kosef. He must be pleasing the Manly fans, and this is Gartner down the left flank. I don't know that he's got the pace. Oh, this man has. He's going to run straight out of the park. Danny Moore. Big Danny Moore gets a try.
They've got some exciting youngsters, don't they, Manly? Daniel Gartner, apparently related to Russell. Made a bust down the side there, stepped out, you can see the boots off, but a beautiful pass back inside. And Danny Moore supporting there. We've seen Danny Moore play in the centres and in the second row. They have a lot of players who have that ability to play a couple of positions, and that's a great attribute in a football team.
He's having a good game, Daniel Gartner. Apparently by Mr. Gartner out of Mrs. Gartner is the breeding.
And related to Russell, apparently.
And the conversion successful. Manly breezing along with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go, leading 14-0. It's almost an impossibility now for a Cronulla Sutherland victory, Gary Belcher.
Yeah, it is tough, Rabs. Cronulla have got it all in front of them. It's a tough ask for Cronulla to have to play Manly in an early game like this. Against any other side, they'd probably be up 30 or 40 points. But Cronulla's defence is scrambled all over the place.
I'll tell you what, though, it's been a long time. I don't think it's ever happened that a side has not scored a point in a Sevens game.
Well, a Winfield Cup side, maybe it's happened with some of the other international sides that have struggled with the game, but we'll have a look overnight. I wouldn't imagine that there'd be any Winfield Cup team in the Sevens that have not registered a point.
Well, they've got 2 minutes to do something, get some points on the board.
Cliffy Lyons and Matthew Ridge, one might call them veterans in this side. Now, OJ gets those little legs pumping, following is Kosef, and Kosef is rounded up and put away out there by Andrew Heck. Kosef with no mark. Draws two defenders, puts it onto the chest of Lyons, and here's Danny Moore again. Try number 2 for the big fella.
This is a big effort from Manly. Not just the 4 points, which is 18 now with a kick to come, but the 0 against. Cronulla, they've thrown the ball around and they've attacked at every opportunity. Great change of direction there from Cliff Lyons back inside to a rampaging Danny Moore, gets his second.
Johnny Lang, the Cronulla coach, he at this stage thinking to himself, well, are we playing something that's white hot, or are we playing badly?
Well, Johnny Lang was a great hooker, played for Australia, played test matches, only had one season in Sydney. It was 1980 when he played for Eastern Suburbs. Ironically, his coach there was Bob Fulton.
Well, Bozo's been tied up with Manly pretty much all of his career, and he's long been working on the development of the juniors, and I've got a funny feeling he's about to reap a harvest. A very rich one. Seconds left, only about 35 of them.
A spite here, I feel there's an elbow thrown there by, I think it's Robbie Kearns, and another one, and the ball went flying out.
think that was Matthew Ridge on the receiving end of it, was it not? Terry Hill in an uncustomary role, scooting out from the scrum base. Just 12 seconds remaining. 20 points to 0.
And you'd have to say, more than likely, the most impressive performance by any side in the competition so far today. The Manly Eagles.
There's the siren. Cliff Lyons stops in his tracks, then takes off again, came off Cronulla, went on to Manly. And referee Bill Harrigan says that's enough. And what an impressive performance by Manly. 6.5 to 1 chance on the footy tab to win it. Their fans that have taken those odds will be very happy, I would imagine. Not so for the Sharkies. Beaten 20 points to 0. Let's go down there now to the sidelines. Here's Steve Roach.
You're one of Manly's big stars, just back from a knee reconstruction. Nick, how is it?
Oh, it's going quite well, Blocker. Thanks very much.
Pretty hard to see the Cronulla keeping to nil scoreline. Good defence from Manly.
Well, it's good defence. Whole side slides really well. You control the ball. Turned up trumps.
First time that you played 7's, mate, after your comebacks?
Yeah, it's the first time I played 7's at all, mate. It's a bit tough.
Good on you, mate. All the best.
They went very close last year, didn't they? They might go one better in 1994. We'll be back shortly with Great Britain versus Western Samoa.